Okay, guys, here's the word of the week. You ready? Inspection. Ah! How's that make you feel, right? Don't worry, because today we're going to talk about some strategies to help you not be stressed out, not be fearful, and not be scared about your home daycare inspection. So meet me inside and let's get this done, because enough with the stress already, okay? See you inside, Ninja. You got this. Welcome back. Nikki V here, and I am the host and founder of ChildcareNinjas.com. I help women create and grow a childcare business that is simple, fun, and successful. In 2006, I started my home daycare business with next to nothing, and I've grown it to a multiple six-figure income along with multiple facilities. And now I consider it my mission to help other women do the same thing. So welcome to Monday Moves. Each Monday, I come in here with a strategy and a training to help you in your childcare ownership journey. So tonight is episode 5, and I'm going to be talking to you about letting yourself de-stress from the home daycare inspection. Why? Because it is the biggest fear that most home daycare owners have. And you don't have to be scared. You don't have to be fearful, and you don't have to be overwhelmed. So let's get started. First things first, whenever you are doing your home childcare inspection, whenever you're getting ready for it, there are some things that you really want to consider prior to, the inspection. First thing being your mindset. Okay, so I know whenever you hear the word inspector, inspection, it's almost like a trigger that immediately makes you nervous and fearful and overwhelmed, and it shouldn't be. When you hear that word, you need to get into a mindset that says, you know what, this could be a good thing. And so to take a step back and kind of look at things and say, you know what, let me not think of this person as coming in here to just nitpick about everything and to tell me what's wrong with my business and that type of thing. If you take a moment and think about the positive things that could come out of this inspector coming to your home and business, okay, and helping you create an environment that is, one, safe for the children, because ultimately that is the biggest thing. We definitely want our business to be safe and appropriate for the children. And so let's get in the frame of mind that this person is coming to help us make sure that our childcare business is safe for the children and the families that we want to serve. So let's take a look at it like that. And then let's also look at the positive things that can come out of your inspector coming in, like you're getting outside input on your business model per se. You're getting kind of those ideas, because I know that inspectors, when they come in to our childcare business and they're doing their inspection with us, I always try to look at it as something that can help my business. And when I think about it like that, I take the guard down in the way that I'm able to focus on actually getting my business ready and not on the fear that I feel or the stress that I might feel of someone else coming in and quote unquote nitpicking about my business. So get in that frame of mind. It's important to start there. And it's important to not see them as an enemy, but instead looking at them as someone who can be kind of a springboard sometimes for how your current business model is. They come in oftentimes and they give me some ideas that I'm like, oh, you know what? I never thought to do it that way. Or, they can say, I've been in some other daycares. They've been in, think about it. Your inspector has been in maybe hundreds of other daycares, depending on, and we all know most inspectors are, pretty overwhelmed themselves, because they have a lot of daycares to go and inspect and deal with on a regular basis. And so they can come with a massive amount of information that can really help you in your own childcare business, because they will come and say, oh, you know what, I like that idea. Or they can say, you know what, if you are having a problem with this, here's how I've seen it work in other daycares. And they can give you some ideas. And oftentimes I've utilized some of those suggestions that they've come with. Think of it in that manner. It will really help you to focus on the big piece. And the big piece is you getting ready, okay, for this inspection, okay? So some strategies that have really, really helped me as well. And I'm hoping that they will help you. And one of the things, first off, is you want to start with the regulations, okay? So obviously, first things first, you do want to get a copy of, and you should have, and honestly, let's be real, you're really required to in most states. So I haven't come across one where you're not required to have the regulations. So let's start there with your regulations. So when you get your regulations from your state inspector, and however that may be, it may be on paper. Most of them now have some form of online copy that you can get and look at and utilize and have a link to. One thing I like to do is I like paper. So I like to keep a paper copy on hand inside my center so that I can actually mark things off as I'm going through my childcare, right before I'm prepping, or right as I'm prepping, to make sure things are in order. And to make sure you haven't missed anything, because let's be real, on a day-to-day, there are a gazillion things that you are doing. And so oftentimes, you know, things get overlooked or, you know, missed. And so it's very important to go through your childcare business and on a regular basis and kind of make sure that things are where they're supposed to be. And especially when we know or have a general idea of when our inspectors may be coming for like our annual inspection and things like that. So one thing you want to do is take that regulation book, handbook, and if you have it, like now you can download it, so you can actually keep it on like your iPad, and just kind of walk through your facility and be able to just kind of go through and scroll through, and it's a wonderful thing. So utilize this in your business, okay? But you can definitely do that, and as you're going through your childcare business, you can take a look at what you need to have in order based on those regulations. Now, that's great and that's wonderful, but let's be real, okay? This is our baby, okay? We are in this thing day after day. You know, we are prepping for that first one and we're so excited. And so our eyes may be a little fuzzy, okay? So another strategy that I also suggest is definitely having, let's play make-believe. Let's put it that way. When you play make-believe, what you're actually doing, and what I mean by this, is definitely getting someone with a fresh set of eyes to come in, maybe take your regulation book and kind of go through the things that are inside that book. Sometimes we need a fresh set of eyes. Let's be real. Again, we are in here day in, day out, getting ready if we're just starting out, or we're in here day in and day out, you know, working in our business. You know, we overlook things. And so it's always great to have that fresh set of eyes that can come in and say, you know what, you missed a spot here, or, you know, maybe try, you know, this here. And so doing that, I like I said, doing a make-believe. You maybe have a team member that might come and say, you know, come in and play inspector with like you know, it doesn't have to be an off day, but, you know, definitely come in and play inspector and go through the regulation book and make sure that everything is intact. Another great way to do this is by breaking up your sections, breaking up the inspection into sections. For the most part, there are really kind of generally anyway, 3 to 4, I'll say 4 main areas in your inspection. You're looking at like your facility paperwork, your staffing, the clients or the children's records and stuff like that. And also, of course, the environment. So with those 4 main areas that you're looking at, another great thing to do is for you to break that up. Instead of you trying to do everything, you know how we always say don't be everything to everybody because it never works. Okay, well, let's utilize that here inside our childcare for our inspection time. So what you want to do is actually break the entire inspection up into like 4 main areas, and maybe have a team member pick an area that they become an expert in. Okay. And if you don't have, many team members, then you can do this kind of, maybe you take 2 and your team member take 2, and you guys do this over, a set number of days that you want to, get this done in, and really become an expert in those areas, and then swap. Okay. And see what that other person missed. Now you have 2 pairs of eyes at minimum, okay, that are, going over what you have become an expert on and what your team member has become an expert on. And you have 2 sets of eyes that are going over these areas and making sure that they are, in fact, ready and completed like you need them to be, and like your inspector would want to see them. And so that's also another way. And then also, another thing I would say to do is, and this was kind of a game changer for me, really, to be honest, is make a video. Okay, reality TV, it's all the thing now, right? So go through your childcare and through your childcare space, make a video, record yourself going through your childcare space. You would be surprised, and I say this out of experience, you would be surprised how much you think you've got, and then when you go back and you relook at this video that you have done of you going through your childcare space, making sure everything was intact, you'd be surprised how many things you may have missed. But you got it on video so you can go back and make sure that those things are not forgotten. So that's another strategy that I like to use as well. And then one more I'll give you today is also, if this is not your first inspection and you have had other inspections, definitely go through the previous inspections, okay? And whatever you may have missed in those previous inspections, go through those. Make that almost part of your regulations that you go through. Kind of pull all that stuff together, your regulations and your previous inspections, go through them. Look at the things that you may have missed before so that you don't also miss those again as much as possible. Now, I understand some things may be paperwork that you kind of don't have much control over. But you want to try to catch as much as possible. And so that is one way to make sure that you do that, by going through your previous inspections as well. So that is that for today, because I only have a little bit of time with you on Mondays, but best believe I do have a freebie to help you out in this whole inspection thing. So what I want you to do is click on the link below, and click down below in the show notes, and I have a freebie, because every Monday I come out with a new freebie for you to help you in your childcare business. Today's no different. So click down below in the show notes and make sure that you get your hands on my ultimate home daycare inspection guide. It will help lead you in a direction that will help you feel confident about your upcoming home daycare inspection, and also make sure that you basically cover yourself, cross your T's, dot your I's when it comes to your upcoming inspection. So get your hands on that by clicking down below in the show notes. That is free. There's no cost to that. So you definitely want to get your hands on it. And then also, if this is your first time here, or if you have just simply not subscribed yet, definitely click the subscribe button and get subscribed so that you don't miss any more trainings, you don't miss any more Monday Move videos, because these are here to help you grow your childcare business. So I hope that this information was amazing to you. I hope that it helps you in your childcare business, and I hope it really helps you de-stress when it comes to your inspection, because you really don't have to. So take these tips and utilize them, and let me know what works for you. Let me know what has helped you. Let me know what you think about these ideas and these thoughts. So share that information down below in the comment section with me. If you haven't visited the Childcare Ninjas group, make sure you do so on Facebook, and also make sure you connect with me over at childcareninjas.com. I am always looking to hear from my friends and fellow ninjas, so definitely check us out and get connected. All right, that is it for this week. I will see you next week. You continue to be amazing, because you really are. And remember, Ninja, You got this. See you next week. Bye.